Good morning, people. Let's wake up. There's a crisis on the continent of North America. There's a crisis in the world today. There's a crisis. And people say that they don't like Black Lives Matter because they're too radical. Whatever happened to freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of protest? What happened to those? If they were like Martin Luther King, we'd follow them. They're too radical. Well, at the time that Martin Luther King came along, he was considered far more radical. And he had 25% of the support of the other side of the track. So, what you gonna do about it? Don't believe the hype. Let's go back to public enemy. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the smoke and mirrors of the whole thing. Prime example. A department of the government called the USDA. They got this pyramid that they used to teach us to eat meat because it had protein of beans and drink milk and eat cheese, and then at the bottom you see the vegetables as the foundation. The vegetables are the very foundation of the whole thing. Now my question is this: why don't they tell the truth? The reason why a lot of people are lactose intolerant is because your body, after your child, doesn't make the enzyme that it needs to break down the milk. Second of all, when you pasteurize the milk, all of the proteins and good things that are in the milk is burnt and destroyed. So basically, you're just getting white calcium water that you're stealing from the baby calf. And then you're making the baby calf. You got Coca-Cola putting the baby calf and beating them and making them into veal. And you got the mama getting tortured and the daddy getting put off and killed and slaughtered. And then the mama made into steaks and you eating tumors. They're not telling you that they're not cutting the tumors and cancer out of. Even a cow eats the grass so he can get big muscles and proteins and everything out of the food and the ground. And here you are eating the cow expecting to get what the cow got. You don't get what the cow got. It was a government program that tricked us into following this pyramid, moving us to Egypt, which in the Bible is a form of sin. There's 6 flesh pots in the Bible. I dare you to go study. And truly, the Bible does say, man should not live by bread alone. You need vegetables. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Drink water. Fruit juice is not fruit. In fact, it breaks down into sugar. You done really mess the fruit up by having it concentrated into sugar. I guess what I'm saying is, would your government lie to you? Think about it. And if they do, what you gonna do about it? Are you gonna show up or not show up? Are you gonna try to rally the troops and get people registered to vote? Now, are you gonna provide rides back and forth? You ain't gotta do it all day. You ain't gotta be hard charged. Do about 2 hours back and forth to the polls for the needy and the less afflicted. It don't matter how good your car is, because in the end, if one suffers, we all suffer. One suffers injustice, we all suffer. An offense against mankind is against offense mankind everywhere. I remember this thing they taught us in schools: with no man is an island, no man stands alone. Each man's joy means joy to me, each man's grief is my own. It's easy to be with someone when they hit the lottery or they get $1 million. It's easy to be with them when they're doing good, but it's when the hard times come. You look around and you don't see nobody, then you know who your real friends are. I'm just saying something, and maybe I'm just saying nothing. I don't know. My question is still, as a potential YouTube star. As a potential YouTube star. Trying to get my content right. What you gonna do about it? Yeah. Your family ain't right. God needs to be cut. Hair needs to be cut. Teeth need to be straightened. What you gonna do about it? That's all I'm saying. What are we?